Hello, hello, hello. It is Moonshine Oracle with a waxing crescent Cheshire Grin on July the 1st, 2025. That was Ghost Train by Counting Crows that tried to come through. So somebody here chasing a ghost. Or better yet, a ghost is trying. Somebody here trying to haunt a person in the name of revenge, and it's just like, revenge for what? Because this is getting really stupid. Before I go any further, disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos, because I will not be dealing with anyone's triggered, unhealed, unprocessed bullshit. Moving on. Basically, what I got for the Cheshire Grin this go around is Witch 0. This could also be a warlock, but I'm getting witch. Specifically, a South American witch. I would say don't cry for me, Argentina, but Argentina about to be crying. An Argentinian witch got something started, and the thing is, she has had to keep whatever it is going since 2003, if my hunch is correct, because I keep seeing 03. 2003, I was 17 years old, a junior in high school. So that's how long it's been, and I'm 38 years old now. So this hussy been around for a little while. She has had to keep something going since she did a reading for someone so many years ago. Because there's a douche canoe here that thinks he is the Witch 0, and he is not. It's actually this 2-bit tramp from Argentina. Is there anything wrong with being Latin? No, but at the same time, if I could dog walk this cow, I would. I really and truly would. And it's also why you have to be extremely careful of who you do a reading for, because damn. That's all I got to say about that. But thanks to her client became obsessed with psychics and tarot. Woo! Hello. Thanks to this woman, all kinds of blockages have been caused in somebody's life. Blockages that were not supposed to be there, circumstances that were not supposed to be there, just basically an entire kerfuckle of somebody's life. Basically. But the thing is, the older this woman gets, the weaker she gets. And the funny thing about these witches that plague the lives of young, beautiful women is their power diminishes as they enter the last of their days. And it scares the ever-loving shit out of them, because if they held the reins on something, they will not much longer. Believe me when I say, the more these people pass away, the easier life gets for a lot of us, and it's really not a mistake. If your life gets easier after the passing of certain figures, that was your oppressor. If you're anything like me, you got several of them. But the thing is, Witch 0 has to pass away. Like, even if someone picks up their mantle, they're not going to be as strong because they are not the original. Like, you have to be the original. It's like the first one to enact something, in a manner of speaking. And I really don't care if I'm making sense or anything, because if you are meant to understand, you will. If you're not, then you're probably not that important. And so on down that line. Like, case in point, in my hometown, there is a woman that is a Cancer. She was a member of my late grandmother's her bunco group. And a lot of time, like, I'm not going to go into all how that works. I'm not. But they kind of have like a little potluck type deal for like a lunch and stuff like that. And every time my grandmother hosted this fat cow of a woman, I make the best macaroni and cheese. Charlie, you better come eat. Oh my God. Like, my grandmother knew that I did not like to be bothered with her bunco groups. She knew I didn't care for the town gossip and all that shit, but this Cancerian hag always took it upon herself to talk to me as if I were her grandchild. And it's like, I beg your finest pardon, ma'am. But the funny thing is, the best mac and cheese she claimed to make, baby, you couldn't have paid me to touch that shit. Because not only is energy passed into food as you're cooking, that woman's cooking scared the shit out of me. I swear. I don't know what it was about her cooking, but every time she brought anything pasta, some of the edges were so sharp that mac and cheese was dry as shit. It was the baked kind, and I mean, it was never good. But sometimes the pasta, like around the corners and stuff like that, was so burnt and sharp. I was afraid of putting that in my mouth, not only because it didn't taste good, but because the edges were so sharp. Like, even if you chewed it down, the sharpness was still there, and I would I would have visions of like my stomach being cut, like my stomach and my intestines, if I ate it. And it's like, I just never touched her food specifically. Mainly the food I would eat was the stuff that was prepared by my grandmother, which is usually like the ham, the yeast rolls, and stuff like that. Like, I would not touch anything else that anybody made. I would only eat the stuff my grandmother made, and that was it. That was it. That woman is obsessed with my marital status. She is obsessed with knowing my every move, which lets me know one thing. Which? Zero. When I say I have a bottle of champagne in my fridge ready for the day her obituary is announced, baby, that bitch is getting popped open. Because a lot of the women in my hometown have had it out for my person since the day I was born. They knew I was coming before I was born. And believe me, a lot of them are starting to die off now. Life's been getting a lot easier. But the funny thing about the witch Zero in Argentina is, if my hunch is correct, she will not be here much longer. People are too scared to pick up her mantle. They are deathly terrified. Because they know me and a handful of others who have been wronged in spirit by this witch. They know we got the grounds to whoop somebody's ass. They know we have the grounds to kickstart a fight that they ain't gonna win if it comes right down to it. If people are smart, they will not try to touch that mantle at all. because there's a warlock specifically that is chomping at the bit to be the successor, and he gonna get his ass whooped. His bloodline is already damned for trying it in the first place. So the joke's on him. It truly is. It's on him. His image? Oh yeah. He's so worried about that. But at the same time, that's what you get for trying us. You can't get the one up on everybody. Some of us are so protected that no matter how hard you try, you gonna get dusted. Because the elemental check-ins for the full moon are already rolling in. They're already coming in. It's like the fader is getting dusted every single time. Pop the targets here, poof, they gone. Pop they here, poof, they is a gone. I mean, it is what it is. And the reason a lot of these witches are getting sick right now is because they refused to let the mantle go. Those illnesses they keep trying to pass off into others. Oh, believe me when I say you gonna pay for that one. You gonna pay for it dearly. And it's like this white car that just whipped right past in the no passing zone on the interstate because the highway's clogged up with rush hour. There's a person trying to cut corners. There's a person trying to cheat death. It is like Final Destination in this motherfucker. You can't cheat karma. You cannot cheat death. If death is the price you have to pay for all this, so be it. So be it. Try to pick up that mantle at your own risk. Because the hounds of hell are on somebody's heels just for thinking it. Just for thinking it. Because not only is the client who initiated the contact with that witch going to get the smoke, everybody involved is going to get the smoke. And you know what? I tell people all the time, the stove is hot. Don't touch it. What do y'all do? You touch it, and then you come to us crying. Or better yet, you go to others. She hurt me. She this, she that. She's evil. No, bitch. You just getting your ass whooped. You getting your ass whooped like you supposed to. You in your little emo bag because you're not getting your way. So in true narcissistic fashion, with a little side of sociopathy, you go trying to control how everybody sees a certain person in spirit. A spiritual smear campaign to lock them out of their destiny, the things they're supposed to do, so you and your vampiristic slut you married can have a feeding source. That's what this is about. It's about control. It's about power and domination you are not meant to have because you sold your soul for 30 pieces of silver. You out here you contracted yourself to be a Judas in a person's life, and your dumbass can't even get in the damn camp. And you know what? The joke's on you. But the funny thing is this is what happens when a man tries to compete with a woman, because mark my words, this is his mantra right now. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can be bitchier better than you. Yes, I agree. In fact, you're a cunt. And with that, everyone, enjoy their evening.